British Columbia is a wonderful and large province, with many landscapes and plant life of all kinds. I always enjoy taking time out to smell the flowers in the warm summer breeze. A beautiful, harsh place it is. One could walk 20 feet from something and not even know it's around. Full of mystery and unknowns, like this photo of something roaming around. A beauty of a place indeed, and when life feels a bit down, nature finds a way to make it all okay. A new mother moose walking around, showing her calves the big world and the dangers that surround. Moments like these, everything seems to stand still, while as long as she sees the tree that I'm trying to be. Well, as they all walk away, I'm already having a better day.
Well, my goals are pretty simple for this year on this claim. I gotta acquire my bedrock sample, maybe two if I can find another section through the lower flat here. But yeah, and then I have to do the sample pattern in the back bush here, and I'll figure how high in elevation the channels are through the back here. See, in the back end we have a canyon with bedrock and everything shoots out here to a big fan to a flatter valley down in here. You have all these benches. But yeah, so this season's goal is to determine the highest elevation for benches and acquire bedrock samples. And then later in the summer we'll push into some new ground. Yeah. So far there's a pretty good run of gold in here. I'm pretty impressed with the sampling project. So what I'm really looking for in the back section here, because there's a canyon up ahead, I'm hoping there's going to be high and dry sections of old canyon pools and stuff. When the river used to run higher, it probably ran more further downriver as far as the canyon went, and it's ate its way back and behind us. But yeah, it could be a couple really rich little pockets of gold back in here. Just a matter of a bit of work, a little sampling project, and we'll see if we can trace it out. For the history in this area, there's some pretty good gold. Nuggets over an ounce. Yeah, lots of coarse gold. A little bit of fine gold. Yeah, in the early days, in the early 1900s, when they were in here, they did sampling and they determined that the upper values were worthwhile mining, and they were looking for investment for this area. And that was pretty much the last real serious report on this area. They just kind of secured the land, and then other things happened through history, but yeah, here we are now. We'll pick up where they left off. So far, everything I read seems to be accurate to the early reports. They never really did any bedrock sampling in here, because the upper channels seem to have pretty good pay. So in the early days, you had to take advantage of everything you could. And if all these flats down in here, 6, 8, 10 feet deep, easy digging, had decent gold, I would have took them out too, especially if you could use the river like they could. But yeah, we're going to pick up where they left off, and say we'll determine the values in the hills and a bedrock sampling project, and determine the average values across this land. Yeah, let's get to work. Oh, we got a nice trail slashed all straight across this bench. And if you look, you can see there's a slight elevation difference here. If you rip apart this, you'll see all river stone in here. Well, this follows the bush line here all the way into the head of the canyon. So you look for these old turned over trees, and under the root balls you can see this tree fell because of the roots being grown into all these boulder patches like this. Doesn't make for very good support for a tree, especially when it becomes a large size. Strong wind, this tree rips up, falls over very easily. Yeah, I can see it's left big section of exposed river rock in here. Yeah, if you follow the trail down, see I got her slashed all the way through here. And another section in here I opened up. Yeah, you can see all the river rock in here. Yeah, looks like it might step one more time up before the hill. Yeah, before he opened everything up, it just looked like straight bush. But this definitely is looking like an old river channel, and we're about probably a good 80 feet above today's river.
Well, on one of my sampling sites, I come across a nice large toad, and in the past I've always found toads a little lucky with finding pay streaks. And this being such a nice large fella, I'm kind of hoping there'll be some nice gold lying around. So I moved him to a safer location so we'll all have a better day. Well, as you can see, the water is still high, but this is a great time to walk the river and look at the flow for future prospecting. Did you see what I seen? Places like these, with it on the same side as the corner above, and the slack water collecting below. A perfect dropout zone. Oh, the old sampling hole is still producing some pretty nice golds. But everything's prepared and ready to go. So I think it's time to bring my boy and my father out and enjoy a little bit of time with them all. Well, bringing the boy out is always a lot of fun. And as he's getting older, he's finding there's a lot more work to be done. And the gold at the end of the day will be truly his, because he's worked hard for it all day. And my father just enjoying his day, watching his grandson hard at play, with the teas here and there, just makes, all in all, a fun day. Well, these two fellas hard at work, and with the size of the boulder they're working around, I'm sure the gold will be good for the day. Past experiences, large rocks like that generally don't move too far in the river currents and can really stock the gold. Well, running a high banker is a treat indeed. It's far better than hauling buckets down to the creek to pan all day. Running equipment like this, you know you're going to yield 50 plus times more gold by the end of the day. Not that it doesn't have its own type of pain, but it sure can make for one great day. Well, with the day pretty much done, it's about time we did a cleanup and see how well we done. Well, my dog lazed about all day, but it sure is nice having her around, even though I'm sure she's a little bit jealous of the holes in the ground.
Look at all of it, eh? Oh.
Well, they sure did good for gold for the day, but it's time to teach the boy how to survive in the bush if he's going to be out with me more and more. Hands-on experience is the best way.
Straight back to point it.
Well, it's time to pack up and head out, and I'm sure this little chatterbox thinks that's just okay. Well, in this area here, we pulled a fair amount of gold. Some nice little pickers, nothing too huge, but starting to lead me to believe that maybe the heavier golds are down underneath this large boulder, more into the hill. The way the layers were dipping in here, the pool might be on the inside here. I'm going to pull a few sample pans out of this compact rusty clay material, and then see what kind of color we pull out of here, and then we'll start working on getting this big boulder out of here. That should be an interesting task in itself. Yeah, here's hoping there's some better gold in here. Looking for some bigger gold. It's supposed to be in the area. Yeah, I'll take this rusty little patch out. Do a couple quick samples, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do in this area. Oh, there's gold in here, but it's always a good idea. Take a look at things and do a little panning. Yeah, I'm banking on a heavier run of gold in the back here. And we'll complete my sample of the river structure and how the deposits. I'm hoping what we took out here was more of a side pay, and pay street should be under here. Here's hoping. Oh, I found
3 meaty little pieces in here. Nice little, almost pickers. But yeah, we got a lot of work to go yet before we can take this block out. Say this is all untouched in here. This whole block here has been processed. And it was purposely done on this way so a guy could, as he's taking this out, I can start backfilling now as I'm pushing through. See, we got this huge boulder here. Last time I was here, I dug all this out. Found a fair amount of gold underneath it. But like I said, all this here has been already gone through. So I'm going to dig a big hole in here. I'm going to take this boulder, I'm going to drop it down in this hole. And then a guy could push in, get into the head end of here, into this pocket. Probably should be some not bad gold. Yeah, once I get this boulder in here, I'm going to work on taking this out. And we're going to try to get this boulder to come down and drop down over in this corner so that it's out of my way. And then a guy could process this whole corner in here. Like I say, a lot of work to go yet. First we'll get this area cleaned up and we'll get this rock here ready to slide. Yeah. Magically make this rock disappear. Much easier to dig a hole. Drop this rock into, make it disappear versus trying to winch it. Well, this can only go one of two ways. I'm going to try to kick it out as far as I can. Get this heavy end down and this top end on an angle. That's the plan anyway. Hopefully this works. Close. Halfway there. Pretty heavy rock. Yeah, just flip her over here, be out of my way. So when I bring this one down, open the play a little pool here. Drop this big boulder. Should hit this. Hopefully kick it out this way. Well, that's the plan anyway. Yeah, nice looking material. Hopefully it'll be worth the effort. Won't take much to make this place different. Yeah, now a guy can get right in here, be able to open this up, get this root ball out of the face here. See if we can get this big boulder here to bounce out, and we can get all the gravels in behind and underneath. Whew. Sure hoping it's worth it. There's got to be a big nugget in there with my name on it somewhere. Well, the next goal is simple enough. We'll stack rocks in here and clear out this a bit. We're going to try to drop this boulder. Hopefully it hits the rock here and rolls out a little bit further so we can take this section out. Yeah, this rock will deflect, so I'll build a little wall of rock in here. Hopefully it'll take it this way. There ain't much in here holding this on. Pretty much all the pressure right here on the one point. Yeah, it won't take much for this to come down. So we'll stack rock in here. Hopefully we get this thing to bounce out. This little preparation might save us a lot of work. Yeah, it sucks, got to move boulders around and around. I'd say hopefully this will pay. We won't have to winch so much. That's a pretty big sized boulder. I'm going to play with it as little as I have to. Of course, it has to be really hot and muggy today. The flies are just horrendous. Getting tired of being chewed up. Yeah, let's see if we can get this thing to move. Ooh, I'm getting nervous. We'll see the moment of truth. Okay, you want to see if this thing goes? Yeah, right, eh? Might be the last video I do. Oh man, it's a big rock, I don't know. See how much movement we got. Oh, look at that. No. lot of pressure on this thing. Oh yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it with the pry bar. It's pretty tight. Oh. Oh. Oh, jeez. I'm managing to move it. Holy man, there's a lot of pressure on that one little pivot point. This thing's gotta be ready to go. Oh man, something's got to give. It's not going to be me. Oh. Holy jeez. That's a big rock. Holy. Wow. As much as I don't like to do it, maybe one of these. Maybe one of these. Isn't it amazing what you can do with a pry bar? After the hydraulic jack for that. We're not done yet. Well, this is taking most of the evening. The sun's behind the hill. Still haven't got this boulder out of here. Oh man. Something's got to give here soon.
Well, what I'm trying to do, or attempt to do, is use that hydraulic jack, walk that boulder out towards me, and get it to drop away. It's just amazing what a little hydraulic pressure and a little forethought can accomplish.
Oh, getting somewhere now. Oh. Ah, what the hell? Come on!
Well, the one thing the camera didn't pick up, as that sun went over the hill, the no-see-ums came out with a vengeance and were really chewing my face off, which would really make any man a little crazy.
Oh.
It's one thing about me, I would never start something if I didn't think I could finish it, as I'm not a type to ever give up, and I'd never be satisfied until the job was done.
Well, I can't believe I didn't get that on camera. Of course, my luck, it took too long. The camera shut off. Oh well. We got the boulder out of the way. Now the guy can open up this back section and see what kind of gold awaits. It was definitely a big rock. Yeah, I'm gonna take a much needed break after that. It's basically pretty much where I wanted it, out of the way.
Well, even though I didn't really appear to be upset, my nerves were quite rattled as I worked all day for that one shot, and I'm a little perplexed at why that camera shut off. But I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening anyway.
That sure is a hard day's work. Cool down, dry off a bit for the rest of my evening. Yeah, no point doing the night shift. Got that fuzzy fella there hanging around. Oh, guys, better to be a little safer than sorry. Yeah, guess we're gonna have to show him who's boss and who's in the area. You know, So far he's been pretty good, but he's getting more and more curious, more brave. Yeah, nothing new out here. Well, you want to hear a scary story? It's a true story. Years ago, I used to have a nightmare. For years, I used to have this dream, and the dream always started out the same. I was reaching down for something, and I noticed something in the corner of my eye, and I look over, and I see a great big grizzly bear. He's creeping down a gravel bank like a cat underneath some big spruce boughs. And for years, I had that dream. Drove my wife crazy with that, waking up in the middle of the night. And then one year, I was out on a fishing trip with a friend, and we just pulled the boat up on shore, and I was reaching down for my fishing rod, and I seen something out of the corner of my eye. And right across the river from us, there's a great big grizzly, and he was creeping down on the gravel bank underneath the big spruce boughs, just like a cat, just like in my dream. And that's where my dream always went fuzzy, is I'd run away and everything would kind of go blurry, and I'd wake up screaming. But yeah, in this case, I yelled at my partner, and we quickly got the boat in the river. And that bear, he still swam after us, even though with the motor and everything running. And yeah, that's a scary story for you, and a little bit of a weird one, but a true story. So maybe there is something to a guy's dreams. I haven't had bear dreams since, and everything's been pretty good. But yeah, pays to pay attention.
Well, all night, not getting that boulder on video really did bother me, and I didn't sleep very well at all. The sun came up fast, and I still felt a little bit of pressure, like an itch that needed a scratch, so it's time to release a little bit of stress.
Okay, we're gonna do a little target practice. We're gonna do the bush style. You've got to be quick and shoot from the hip. Out here, you might not have very much time to line up a shot, so it's good to be fast and fairly accurate. And then you can put your well-placed shots in after the first couple shots. But yeah, here's a little demonstration of some bush style target. Okay, I thought I'd give a little talk on gun safety. You know, kids out there, definitely don't play with your mother or your father's rifles. Don't ever play with any type of weapon. And parents should definitely educate their children on rifles and such if you're going to have them around, and so they basically have a little bit more of an awareness of what a weapon will do. Education for safety, for prospecting in these remote areas. It's definitely a tool for a guy to have, as well as, you know, I carry a rock hammer, knife, and bear spray. But yeah, you will run into wildlife, and sometimes they can create a problem. But yeah, be bear aware. You know, I keep very minimal amount of food or attractants in my camp. Yeah, be aware of your surroundings, and yeah, children out there, definitely don't play with weapons. They're to be respected, and everything comes in time.